Cleopatra was way more than just the seductive queen of Egypt history likes to paint her as. Here are some raw, unfiltered facts about her that prove she was an absolute powerhouse. 1. She wasn't actually Egyptian. Cleopatra was Greek. She came from the Ptolemaic dynasty, a Greek ruling family that took over Egypt after Alexander the Great's empire split. She was probably more Greek-looking than the Egyptian queen stereotype we imagine. 2. She was crazy smart. Unlike her predecessors, she learned Egyptian and spoke at least 9 languages fluently. She could hold her own in philosophy, politics, astronomy, and medicine. She was basically a walking encyclopedia with a crown. 3. She married her brothers and probably hated it. As per royal tradition, she was forced to marry her brothers, Ptolemy XIII and later Ptolemy XIV, to keep power in the family. But when her first brother husband tried to sideline her, she raised an army against him and had him drowned in the Nile. 4. She had her sister murdered in a power move. Cleopatra's younger sister Arsinoe tried to overthrow her with the help of the Romans. Later, when Cleopatra was cozying up to Mark Antony, she had Arsinoe dragged out of a temple and executed just to eliminate any threat. 5. She was a master of PR and self-image. Cleopatra branded herself as a living goddess, styling herself as the reincarnation of Isis, the Egyptian goddess of motherhood and magic. She knew exactly how to work the propaganda game. 6. She seduced Julius Caesar in the boldest way possible. Legend says she had herself smuggled into his palace rolled up in a carpet, or possibly a linen sack, and dramatically revealed herself to him. It worked. Caesar was hooked, and she secured his military support. 7. She had a son with Caesar, but Rome never accepted him. She named him Caesar Ion, Little Caesar, and claimed he was Caesar's rightful heir. The Romans, especially Augustus, were like, hell no, and later had the kid assassinated. 8. She knew how to make an entrance. When she first met Mark Antony, she sailed up the Nile dressed as Aphrodite, Venus, on a golden barge, with servants fanning her and exotic perfumes filling the air. Antony was instantly obsessed. 9. Her love life wasn't just romance. It was strategy. Cleopatra wasn't just falling for powerful men. She was securing political alliances. Her relationships with Caesar and Mark Antony were calculated moves to keep Egypt independent from Rome. 10. Her death was not as glamorous as the movies make it seem. The classic story says she let an asp, a venomous snake, bite her in a noble suicide, but historians argue it was more likely poison hidden in a hairpin or a straight-up assassination. Cleopatra wasn't just some seductress. She was a political genius, ruthless strategist, and one of history's ultimate power players. If she had won against Rome, the world might have looked very different today.